and welcome to the Veteran Hands Network podcast. I'm a veteran and an American Legion. I'm former Army Specialist Marshall Moss, and we're here today on Martin Luther King's Day. What a great day for the King, and we shall continue to march forward. Again, I'm glad to be back here at the Network Center to podcast to all of you, my veterans, service member, EMS. We salute all of you. Thank you for what you've been doing, and we pray that you continue your service to our people, because without our EMS workers, where would we be? Okay, so this day, a celebration, the march continues on forward for the Martin Luther King celebration all over the United States. There's so many celebrations today. I was not able to attend because of the coronavirus. I'm not ready to fully get out amongst a lot of people right now, so I had to stay safe, and I hope you're doing the same as well. But today, for Martin Luther King celebration, the March on Washington was for voter reform. Now, it's just terrible that as of today, we are still fighting and still marching for our rights to vote, for black people and brown people and people of color struggling to have their voices heard. And with the bill act that we want to be passed comes a lot with that for us. What's going to happen in the social economy in your area, the schools, and so much more, the hospitals, and so much more comes with this voting act. So that's why it's imperative that we get it done. We have to get it done. There's two senators standing in the way that's calling this filibuster, and so many of us don't really know what the filibuster is. I didn't know myself, actually, but a filibuster is when two bodies of legislation are opposed to keep a decision being made. In this case, for voting right acts. And this Voting Right Act, every so often, every I don't know how many years, but every so many years, it has to be voted upon. And that's why we're still marching forward to keep the right for all of us to vote. Because in this democracy, it takes all of us together to get it done, to keep living in the United States, the land of the free. We want it to be free. We want all our lives to matter. But we got to keep marching forward. And now they're suspecting a big, great snowstorm in the northeast area. Remember a few weeks back, they were stuck on the highway for hours and hours. Had to make hotels on the highway. And airport travel was up and down, all in delays. The Boulder, Colorado fire. It's just been so much going on as we stepped into 2000. We put 2022. We put 2021 behind us, and look what's in front of us now. It's just, and the weather is just going up and down. Like I said, the big snowstorm is coming to the northeast, and there. Just check on the elderlies. Check on your brother veterans. Make sure they have some of the needs that they may need. You know, this COVID, Omni, and Delta virus is not going anywhere. So outreach for our family members, neighbors, comrades. Let's do that. Let's make a difference. Have you ever decided to make a difference? Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Can you do something special? Make a difference. All of us can make a difference. It's the little things that matters. So if we all try putting a little bit more effort into love, because I was talking to one of my friends, and they said the karaoke card reading for the United States was, the last card was for the United States to show and have love. So let's spread some love. That's what the world needs right now. To me, it needs a lot of love. I remember that just that's how much love we needed on January the 6th when the insurrection happened. Then they stormed the Capitol. That was just that was just a mess. I mean, our president came out and just called Mr. Trump a liar on January the 6th. The insurrection was horrifying. How they just ran through ramsacks. They said they have arrested over 725 people or more, and they still seeking out from face recognition 300 and so many more. They're looking for those, so you can't hide for what you did on the 6th of January to our capital, rushing in, damaging, taking Nancy Pelosi stuff. That was just erratical. And now I wonder, how do those people that participated in it, how do they really, really, really feel about that, what they've done? Hmm. Do you think they feel that they have been made a fool of? Do you think they feel that Donald Trump led them through a lie, something that wasn't true, and still want to hold on to it today? No, no, Mr. Trump, no. All I can keep saying is no, because you led those people to the Capitol for that destruction. You made them feel they needed to be warriors. Mm-mm. Nope. And all of those guys, now that you look at it and see what you've done, I wonder, how do you really feel about what you have done to our history? And your children's children will know that you participated in a reckless act upon the United States Capitol. Excuse me. It's time for me to take a break. I was just thinking about that destruction. Made me quite thirsty. Such destruction. Unnecessary. They just could have had a Coke and chilled out, man. But they chose not to do that. That was an act of hideous. Speaking of acts, I'm going to talk about an actress. What about our old glorified actress, the Golden Girl herself, Betty White? Gone but never forgotten. She'll be always remembered for her acting career. She did us great. I remember seeing her on Saturday Night Live. She was witty, very witty, and spontaneous, and that's what I loved about her. Betty White, gone but not forgotten. And what about our great, late Mr. Sidney Poitier, an aspiring, very inspiring actor? I'm telling you, he was really great. A humanitarian, civil rights activist, and I'm sure so much more. First black actor to receive an Academy Award. Is it an Oscar? Whatever. He was the first one to get it and made me feel that I could do it. So our hats off. We could been our great actor, Mr. Sidney Porter. And what about Michael Strahan? He been joined in, went to the moon, not to the moon, went out in space. Next he'll probably go to the moon. I always wanted to go to the moon. I did. I really did want to go to the moon. But chances are great that I can go now. Can you see me on my way to space, even to the moon? A commoner like myself going to the moon? I'll go. I ain't gonna be able to pay that kind of locket money, $200,000 a seat. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know about that. But I would like to go to the moon. And let's just stay right here. We ain't got to go out of space. We got enough to contend with right here with the COVID. The Omni, the Delta, our children. They have to stay masked up to go to school. This virtual learning has got them all out of whack. So still, no matter what, keep the children masked up. Do the right thing. They're not going to be sending out free testing to households. I think it's 2 to 4 tests per household, depending on the occupancy of the house. So be careful with some of the places where you can get boosters and what have you. Just go to the VA hospital. Call your care provider. Call the city health department in your area and ask them. They'll direct you the right path to go. Don't listen to what I have to say, what they have to say, what she has to say. Know it for yourself by going straight to the health source nearest you. All right? Let's just keep ourselves as safe as possible. Do get your booster shots. I know if you're going to go to the VA hospital to get a booster shot, it's best to call your care provider so you can set up an appointment. You know, since the spreading of the virus is going up and down, they've closed the Historic Museum, Soldiers Memorial. So many other places have closed back up. So always just call your care provider so they can give you the proper road to go. Because we want to get all of our people boosted so we can be here for the rest of the year. But it seems like these viruses aren't going anywhere. The hospital staffs, they're at their raging, raging peak of stress, you know, and some of them have been bound with the COVID virus themselves. So let's take preventative measures and continue. Yes, continue. Continue to mask up. Whether you're going shopping, you're going to outings, that's why I kind of said earlier, I'm still kind of not cool with going out, being with a lot of people right now. But I do have to go to various events, and I do go, but I'm always masked up. And I'm leaving as soon as possible. I hate to say that, but I'm leaving as soon as possible. Man, I'm not trying to innovate anyone else's privacy, even though I have the COVID test, Moderna. So I need to get my booster. I haven't got that yet, but I need to get a booster. And so I'm not going to say I'm not going to get it. I just haven't had an opportunity to go to the VA hospital because I did go and I went to one of the outreaches. I didn't go to the hospital, but they told me that I had to go to the hospital. So that's why I said earlier, check with your provider for yourself. So you'll know for yourself. But make that appointment if you can so we can all stay safe. Well, like I said, we have stepped into 2022. What are you going to do? Let's make a great difference. On this Martin Luther King Day, keep dreaming, believing, moving forward. Social, economy, and justice. That's what we must do to keep the dream alive. We must keep moving forward. And all of my veterans, if you need some resources, I have some resource numbers I'm going to give out to you for our veterans. The Hope Recovery Center, they can send you to areas where you need to go, veterans, to get your booster. Just call the number. It's 652-4100, extension 55460. Also, you can call the Department of Veteran Affairs at 1-800-827-1000. And for any other benefit information, you can call that same number, 1-800-827-1000. And if you need a release to rent for veterans, you can call the Criminal Justice Ministry at 652-8062. And for all stand downs, the Stand Down Coalition, the number is area code 202-546-1969 for all stand downs information. And for our veterans at the stand downs, they give out various stuff for all of us. They give you clothes, they check your temperatures, they check your blood pressure. They do all of that. They even give out clothes for our veterans. So call those numbers if you're in need. Continue to stay safe, stay masked up, and again, I salute all of my EMS workers across the board. Thank you. Please continue to serve us. We thank you for all that you do. Once again, I'm Marshall Moss, and I'd like to say thank each and one of you, each and every one of you. And I'd like to thank my brother Warren Moss as well. Thank you, and goodbye for now.